Welcome back. Now onto Twitter. Is Elon Musk about to go on another buying spree? The Tesla CEO teased that he might buy up more iconic American companies in order to restore them. Musk suggesting that he might buy Coca-Cola. Well, there you go. Next, I'm buying Coca-Cola, he writes, to put the cocaine back in. He wrote on Twitter yesterday. In another tweet, Musk said that he might buy McDonald's to fix the chain's notoriously broken ice cream machine. Later replying, listen, I can't do miracles, okay? Tammy, your reaction.
Well, this is it's been fabulous watching. We always thought maybe it could happen, but it still came as a surprise when it actually, in 1 month's time, actually occurred. Elon Musk is a man known for getting things done. We saw that with, of course, President Trump. One of the reasons Americans liked him and voted him in as president is that he had a history of accomplishment. Obviously, so does Elon Musk. When we talk about SpaceX and Tesla and the delivery in that regard and a commitment and a focus and never giving up. And so we expect that now. Americans want things to be delivered. We want accomplishment. And this is, of course, one of the, I love his sense of humor. He does a great job with that. But I would also say that in this is like a moonshot. This is, I think, the most significant action regarding freedom of speech and communication in America, more so than the reversal of the fairness doctrine in 1987 that allowed, of course, talk radio to blossom. So it's a very exciting time. And Americans are stating with Elon Musk that we want men and women of action. We want delivery. We want excitement. We want to move forward. And that's what Musk represents.
Yeah, and Liz, I've got to feel good about the fact that America always corrects itself. We all know what took place after the 2020 election. Donald Trump banned from Twitter, conservatives shadow banned, and algorithms impacting the number of followers that they can get. And yet, look what has taken place. Truth Social comes out. Rumble is on fire. Yesterday, we had the CEO of Rumble on this program. He was on fire. The company is doing well. I would much rather see this kind of a result to correct things. That is not the big hand of bureaucracy and government, but good old-fashioned competition.
Yeah. You know, Maria, I think we're all kind of stunned to Tammy's point that this has all actually happened. And boy, is Elon Musk having a lot of fun. If people thought that Donald Trump was disruptive and provocative on Twitter, they ain't seen nothing yet, because Elon Musk is out there tweaking the establishment every single moment. Talking, by the way, also today, he made a comment, or late last night, about how it was totally inappropriate to ban a publishing company for publishing a true story, referring, I'm sure, to the New York Post. This is a great thing. This is a great achievement.